Hello and welcome to our Craft TV. I'm Amanda and I'm really pleased that you've all been able to join us today. It's really exciting because we've got our fabulous web exclusives for the Little Potting Club, and I cannot wait to share these with you because it's got something in there that I think is just amazing, and I'm so pleased we've done it for you because it just goes along with another one from the past lot. So straight away we're just going to go straight in there for you and show you the boards because I am so excited. I've got 4 demos to go through with you as well. So I'm going to slide my boards in. As you can see, they were off to the side. Here we have our first one is our fabulous perfect portraits. Look at these. So these are our wonderful silhouette cats. And as you can see, we have got some teeny weeny ones in here. So these are going to be fabulous for that, getting your perspective right. So in the past, as you know, we've got many dies such as the shed. We're in the allotment at the moment, so that's a really happy place for cats to go and have a little roam round. So these are then going to build up, sit on top of your shed, on the little fences and things, so it's wonderful. Even going into having a background and having all of the foreground as a silhouette, so the silhouette of a fence and then the cat sat on there and the silhouette of other things that are in the field would make a fabulous picture. So that is our first of our web exclusives, and I know you've already been on there, our lovely Robin's Nesters, and I know you've already been buying, okay? So then we have our lovely little bird, and this is our Tilly. Isn't she adorable? Absolutely adorable. So again, 2 different sizes. So that perspective, building that perspective and being able to have foreground and background is fabulous, and it's something that 2 Red Robins does brilliantly. So there we have our lovely Tilly. Now Tilly, $6.99. Our Robin's Nest members are $6.29. So that is marvellous. Okay, again, remember, web exclusives. These are not going to be seen on the TV. This is just for our Robin Nesters. So you need to get in quick because I know these are really going to go fast. So on top of all of that, when we have our little bird, we need somewhere for our little bird to perch, don't we? So we have our Twiglets, and these again are fabulous, and the artwork on them is amazing. So you've got 1 die, but you've got lots of die cuts. So you've got 6 die cuts, even down to having the lovely bits of moss and growth that you see on an actual branch like here, and then the added little pieces. And then obviously we've got into spring, so we've even got the little buds, new shoots coming through as well, which is amazing. Then of course, if you were to cut these out yourself, colour them in. Okay, use what you've got at home, your pens and your markers, etc. But Twiglet is 1 swift, and it's a swift element, so I'll show you the die when we get to it. It's 1 die, $8.99. We're at £8.09 for our Robin's Nest members. But again, remember, it's exclusive to our Nest members, okay? Not going to be on the television. Now, this is the one that I am super, super, super excited about. She is adorable. And look, we've got Ophelia. Isn't she amazing? So we've got Ophelia. We have had Oswald in the past. So we've got a Mr. and a Mrs., which is, I just love the fact that we've got this. So, oh, hang on a minute. Let me just have a look. Let me say hello. Good morning. Good morning from Alabama in America. Good morning, Penny. How are you? What's the weather like over there? We've got a little bit of rain at the minute, but it's lovely for you joining me. Thank you. That's brilliant. All the way from the USA. Are we morning or I don't really know. I'm not good with my American timelines. Oh, you're behind us. My lovely tech assistant is telling me. So Andrew, that's in the sidelines, bless him. So yes, Ophelia, oh my goodness, I can't wait to show you what we've done with her. She is incredible, isn't she amazing? So we love her. So again, what was Ophelia's? Yeah, £8.99. So again, it always pays to be that nest member, doesn't it? So here we have Ophelia, who is 3 dies. So she's got a matte layer, her actual detail die, and then the stick that she's on is separate. So then you can snip that away or use that separately as a little bunch of sticks or something, you know. Again, use them in other collections. So £9.99 for our normal price and £8.99 for our Robin's Nest members. We've got fundamentals as well today, and these are our 5 brand new shapes. In total now we've got 9 fundamental shapes, but these are the 5 brand new one. So we've got fundamental diamonds, which is 22 dies. Now for 22 dies at £22.99 is really good. But our Robin's Nest members, that's going to come down to £20.69, which is fabulous. Again, we're moving on to our hearts. Again, fabulous nested shape. And look how it's a real proper heart shape, okay? So again, £22.99, 12 dies, £20.69 for our nest members. And then the next one is our fundamental hexagon, and again there's so many dies in this, so we've got 25 dies, £22.99 and £20.69 for our Robin's Nest members. Then we've got our octagon. Again, so many dies. When you see 25 dies, £22.99, even if they were £1 a die, you're still saving. But for our Robin's Nest members, we've brought that down to £20.69 for you. Then this is, I have to hold my hand up. I'm sorry, I am an absolute sucker for a tag. I love it. They are my favourite shapes. But in these ones, we've got something a little bit different. So we've got 25 dies in total, £22.99, again coming down to £20.69. But look of all those ways of actually cutting into them. So there's extra pieces to actually put the holes in at the top of the die, but you're getting different ones. We've got the oval, got the circle, we've got that almost like a rounded edge rectangle. Then we've got the one that looks like a tag that you'd get to hang things up with. Then we've got the two holes that are a small and larger circle, but the ones that you can see that are in a row all cut out in one go. So now we can make books and stitch into them. So now if you buy the tag set and you get those dies, you can now create the books and stitch into any of your fundamental shapes, which is fabulous. Let's have a look who else has joined us. So we've got Jacqueline Ward. Hi, Jacqueline. Yeah, I agree totally. Scarecrow, isn't she amazing? I love her. She's my favourite. So we've got Marion. Hi, Marion. Where can I find these dies? Actually, on our Highlight website. So we've got on the website, it is www.highlightcrafts.com. Okay, so here we have these are the actual, this is the website that you log on to, and again, become a Robin's Nest member as well, and you're going to get those extra discounts. So they're already live on our website, Highlight website. So who else have we got? We've got Penny. Hi, Penny. Weather is beautiful here. Bright, sunny day. 68 degrees. And it's, what did it say? 7:05 in the morning. And we're in Alabama. Oh, my goodness. 68 degrees. Gosh, that's hot. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello. Thank you for joining us. It's wonderful to have all of you with me. So I'm going to do a little bit of a demo. Let's get into the demo first of all. There are also 2 web exclusives that I want to tell you about. So let me just get them so I'm telling you the right names. We have these 2. So we have Blushing, and we also have Hortensia. I'm not really sure how to say that properly, but we've got, to me, it's a hydrangea and the rose. So we've got these 2, and these have never been on the TV and they've never been on here before. So these are fabulous. So if you actually go on our website, these are on there as well. So have a little look, because I've brought these in to add in my foliage and the florals to the actual demos. So again, something else for you to have a little look at on the website. So hi Miriam. Anybody else? We've got Caroline. Hello, Caroline. Jane. Oh, thank you. Hi. I love the new dies. Yes, they're fabulous, aren't they? So I'm going to bring all of this in. So my first one, and they're fabulous for snipping into. Amazing for decoupage. So I've used my blush. I've also been able to use lots of my other dyes from previous collections as well to add into this, to give it a bit more, just a little bit more to add in. But because obviously our 2 Red Robins collections work across the board. It doesn't matter, as we always say, whether you're starting right now with a Red Robins collection or you was with us right from the very beginning. Every single one will work with past and also with future collections. So, as we've said, we have Ophelia, and here she is. I just adore her. I absolutely adore her. She is now, must be one of my favourites. So there we have Ophelia. I'm going to pop her there. So the one that I was talking about that we've had in the past is, of course, Oswald, and there he is. In fact, let me get the full one. I've actually snipped into these and done a bit of decoupage ready. So look at these two. Aren't they just adorable? I think they're fantastic, and I'm just so thrilled that we've got the Lady Scarecrow. So have we got got anybody else? No, are we? Yeah, no, we're still right. We're still right with Jane. Okay, so all I've done, something really, really quick and easy, because I want it to be about my fabulous, lovely new scarecrows. I've just literally cut a circle out of a backing paper, okay? And then I've made a little stand for it. So I'm just going to pop that on the back, super, super quick, okay? And then we can do the actual front, my topper, because now I'm thinking we've got both of the scarecrows. How much fun would this be as a rustic wedding card? To have for them to be the wedding card, I think this is just going to be adorable. So that's the kind of thought for the story that I've done here. So that is my card blank. That's all it's going to be. I'm going to focus mainly on what we've got to work with. So I've also brought in my lovely little cat and some more decoupage, and we've got the little birds. So first of all, on my lovely Ophelia, okay, we've got one full layer. Then I've snipped off just the actual straw pieces. Okay, and I'm going to bring in my tape because my foam tape is going to be nice and quick. So we're creating our mats and layers now and creating that decoupage. So my first layer for Ophelia, I've just snipped away the straw. Pop my glasses on, excuse me, I'm sorry. That is going to go on like so. My second one, I've snipped away a little bit more. So I've literally, when I've put shape into it, I've thought which is going to be the foot, which is going to be the closest to me. So there we have two of my pieces. And now what I want to snip out of this one, I want the hat. I want this lovely, beautiful flower, which is our sunflower. And again, it's so easy to snip things out of our artwork because you just go from one pip to the next. It's just like I say, it's so easy. They're so clever how they designed these and put these together for us. In fact, to make it quicker, I'm just going to snip a skirt away because then I'm not fighting with the rest of the lovely Ophelia. So just snipping round, and I'm moving my cardstock rather than my scissors. I'm literally just snipping. When I get to the next one, I just close the scissors a little bit and snip that pip away. So then I've got my flower. I'm happy with that. And then I want her hat and the bow. So I'm just going to snip like so into all of these. And when I've done this, I'm just going to have a little look. Have we got any new people with us? Yes, we have. Hi, Glenys. Hi, Amanda. Love these. Oh, love to be. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Glenys. That's lovely. Pearl. I know. Aren't they fantastic? Absolutely fantastic. Who else have we got? Kathleen. Hi, Kathleen, Elizabeth, and Jane. Where is the cat? The cat is off these, okay? It's exactly the same thing. It's a silhouette. So let me just give you the name so you've got it right. What you're looking for is the perfect portraits, okay? So that is the die that you're looking for, and they are live. That's one of the 4 exclusives for today. So that's the one you're looking for, okay? Scissors. So now I'm going to pop our little scarecrow's hat on. And I think she is the most adorable character ever. Then what I've done, oh, I need a bit more for her. Just a second, I forgot about a flower. So we need this beautiful sunflower that I've snipped out of her dress, her pinafore. I love that word. She's got a pinafore on, hasn't she? So now I just need to rotate that round so I know I've got it in the right place. So there we have on that. Now, like I said, she's actually 3 dies. So she has got her actual die itself. Oh, this is from, take that away. So she's got her main cut die, which has got all of those lovely pieces in. She's got her matte layer, okay, which is there. And then also on Ophelia, she's got her actual twig or stand to go on as well, so they're all separate. So this, again, I think it's such a really fabulous die to just cut these out and have them stuck up, stacked on top of each other, almost like a log stack and things. So it's not just to use with her, you could actually use this somewhere else as well, which I think is amazing. Again, it's something that the 2 Red Robins do really well, giving you that those extra pieces. So these are brilliant as well. These are on the website. I've not opened mine yet, which is naughty. So these are our new glue applicators. So these are our Craft Master glue applicators. And these are on the website 2 for 1. So you buy 2 and get 1 free, which is amazing. So I'm now going to add a little bit of glue. And I'm going to use my lovely Craft Master glue stick. And the pink, that's just amazing. I love that. Little things. So now to keep my fingers out of the way, I'm going to use my tweezers. And what I've done to actually make this a little bit more sturdy, I've just cut several out and layered it up. Okay. So have we got anybody else, Elizabeth Jane? Oh, bless you. Hi, Nikki. No, afternoon. Sorry, a bit late joining. No, you're not late. You're always welcome to the party. Absolutely. So now I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on here so I can attach Ophelia. Isn't she amazing? So whilst that is attaching to Ophelia, I can quickly bring in the other elements. So we've got to have Oswald, haven't we? He is just a must, isn't he? So again, I've done exactly the same thing. I've cut the straw off. Here we have Oswald, and it's a bundle as well. So on here, we've got a bundle, so you can get them together, which I think is just adorable that you can get both of them. So they're either on their own or you can bundle them together. So the 2, Oswald and Ophelia, which I think is brilliant because it's they've got O's, both got an O, are $19.99. But remember, you Robin Nest members are going to get that discount as well, which is fabulous. So I'm going to pop this on here, then we can put Oswald together. Now on Oswald, he has actually already got his little stand attached. So what I've done on my first layer is I've left him whole. Then I've snipped away his little bits of straw hands, okay? So he's going to go on there like so. And then on the next one, I've snipped away again his little straw hands, but then I've taken the straw and the pole away from the bottom. So again, adding that definition and making him fabulous and 3D. Oh, look, when we bring these together, look, we can even have them, look, they're holding hands. Aren't they fabulous? They are just adorable, really are adorable. I think they're amazing. So what I'm going to do to attach these on here is I'm going to use my foam tape, okay? And then we're going to bring in, so I've got a cartwheel, I've got our cat, I've got my sentiment. So now we can quickly put all this together, because the other thing I want to show you is this blush, because it is beautiful. So, and they also, again, on the website, these sentiments, we've got the fabulous pack of sentiments, and they are embossed. They're not printed, they're actually embossed. So like you would use an embossing powder and you'd stamp and put your embossing powder and heat it, these are raised sentiments, but they're not just one colour. We've got the rose gold on there, we've got the gold, the silver and the black. They're all embossed, and they're not just on white cardstock, they're also on vellum, which is incredible. And there's so many sentiments on there for you to use. And they vary in size as well, which is fabulous. So you've got different sizes to have a play with. And they're not just the basic sentiments, there's some beautiful sentiments on there, even almost like a little verse, which are wonderful. So how have we got? Hi Dawn, hello Dawn, we've got, you're not finding them on the website. I wonder if Andrew can help us with that one. Jacqueline, thank you. That's lovely of you to say. So now, let's put these together, because this is the exciting bit. This is what we like doing, isn't it? Okay, so let's put Oswald on here. And again, this could be, we're in the farmer's field. Let's have Oswald. Let's put Ophelia in. And how adorable is this? Okay. Oh my goodness. There we have our fabulous Oswald and Ophelia. And then I'm going to tuck a sentiment in that says happily ever after. I've got my cartwheels as well. Now I'm just going to, in fact, one of these is broken. Okay. So I'm going to take out a spoke. And again, these were fantastic. I'm going to take a couple of spokes out actually. So again, this is what Two Red Robins does amazingly. Okay, so these are in the farmer's field. They've been abandoned because they're broken, beyond repair, but we don't mind that, do we? I'm sure Oswald and Ophelia don't mind. So again, using my glue stick, these are fantastic. And like I say, just because they're pink, they're amazing. So this is lifting that up, and I'll tuck that in behind. I'm going to have it off the edge of the card. And then the other one, I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but just offset it. So we've got the two wheels that are lent up together like so. Our beautiful cat, and it really is gorgeous. I know a friend of mine that I'd love these cats. Our lovely Angie. Where do I find the sentiments? Okay, so the sentiments are on our website. So you're going to need to go to www.highlightcrafts.com, and everything for this is actually on the website. But the sentiments are amazing. They're A5 sheets and they are crammed full. They've got some beautiful, in fact, just bear with me a second. Let me just put this little cat on here. This little cat's looking at Ophelia, look. How amazing is that? Okay, so I actually keep mine in a Craftmaster wallet. Again, you're going to find all of these on our website. So I'm going to put this on here. So very, very quickly, here we have, look, we've got our embossed sentiment pack. So there's a lot on there. So again, they've come down to, what are we on? $12.99. And they're brilliant. So there's a lot on there. So you're going to get the rose gold, the silver and the black. And I've brought mine in just because I just wanted to show you the kind of stuff that you get. So they're the black ones. Again, like I said, they're on vellum and on cardstock. And as you can see on the screen, so that is your rose gold. Beautiful, beautiful embossed. That's the silver. And then that's the gold. Okay, so there's 4 colourways. And they're fabulous, and they're not all just one size. So we've got With Love, that's quite a big one. Let me bring in these ones because that's a little bit easier for you to see. So we've got With Love here, that's quite a big one, but then we've got With Love here. So the actual font size has changed, so it's more versatility for you to be able to use on all of your projects. So we've not just gone in with just one size of sentiment, we've given you multiple sizes. I mean, there's beautiful ones. So sending smiles across the miles, to a treasured friend, make a wish and celebrate. Everything is just, we've thought, you know, there's a lot on here. So let me just flick through. So there's the rose gold, which is just beautiful, absolutely stunning. There is the silver, and there is the black. So there, let me just pull that one forward. They're the full 4 colourways, and they are all, I wish you could actually see they are all embossed. So you can actually, you can feel that they're there. It's just as if they've been embossed with embossing powder. They're wonderful. And I know, again, that is going to be a fabulous addition, because again, it's just so easy. You've got that sentiment, and giving you those 4 colourways, it's going to work with any of your collections. Again, versatility, amazing. So let's pop the rest of this on here. So I've gone ahead with the blush, and again, the blush and the hydrangea, the rose and the hydrangea, you haven't seen that on the telly, and it's not even been on Craft TV either. So these are exclusives to you as well. So all being part of that robin's nest is paying off, because you're going to see the good, you know, the stuff that nobody else sees, which is really quite nice, isn't it? To know that you've actually got that exclusivity. I think I need somebody else's teeth today, or I've got somebody else's teeth. So I'm popping a little bit of foam tape on here. And again, I just wanted to show how easy it is to actually mat and layer these, and decoupage and cut into them. And I've even got a little bird, and this is why we have the different sizes. It's amazing. Sentiments. Oh, you've just joined the video. Oh, right, yeah. So easy to use, aren't they? Oh, thank you, Carol. Have you got them, Carol? Is that, yeah? I'm going to say that you must have. So I'm decoupaging up. Again, so easy to snip into all of this, to decoupage of all this up, because, you know, the girls that do the designing really are amazing. They do a fabulous job for us, which then makes it super easy for us to be able to do what we want to do with everything. You know, building in that versatility and giving us all those snip lines and things as well is incredible. So pop that on like so. So now all I'm going to do is just build up this, and it's so quick and easy to do. That goes on there. And really, when you're building your decoupage on something like this, all I did was just follow my snip lines on the back. I literally just went from one to another and let the design show me which pieces to snip out. Which again that's just, you know, quality of the design, isn't it? So that is going to go on there. I've got my 2 little birds. Again, we can go with the full, or I can offset that. So I've not just got then just that. If I offset it and make it like that and tuck it in behind, I've now got a rose tree. So we've got a link to the dies in the video description in the comments as well. So if you're still struggling, have a look for that link. Okay, so there's so much on there. Right, okay, so that is going to go on there. Now, I know I've stuck Ophelia down, but I don't want to hide her behind my roses. I want Ophelia to be the absolute foreground. So we've got the roses, and then we've got the little birds. So I know the scarecrows, and I know they're supposed to be doing a job, but hey ho. Let's put 2 of our little birds on here. So Oswald can have one on his shoulder, like so. And the lovely Ophelia, who is adorable, we can just have one nested, oops, in fact, just a little bit more glue, just so I can get her. She's actually sat inside Ophelia's hat, like that. And that is just I think it's fantastic. I love these, aren't they? Absolutely adorable. How fabulous. There we have Oswald and Ophelia Also, we've got the blush dye in there as well, that fabulous rose. We have got our little paws, so we've got the cat as well in the bottom, and remember we've got our lovely birds in as well, so even just to pop it in her hat, and obviously we've got one on Oswald's shoulder. Then also we've got the sentiments on here as well, so I just think they're adorable, absolutely. What's the rose? So Anne's asking, what is the rose bush called? That is called, I'll bring it back in for you, Anne, so I'm getting everything right for you. Okay, so I'm going to lay that to one side. So it's called the two blushing die set. Okay, so this is it. This is what you're looking for. So these are the two also, it's never seen before on TV. These are exclusives just for Two Red Robins website. So we have, which I think an hydrangea is just wonderful. I'm going to take that out the packet because I think we've got a little bit of glare going on. So, and again, love my Craftsmaster wallets. I wouldn't be without them. I think they're fabulous. So I'm just going to pop them to one side. So here we have our Two Red Robins blushing die set. So we've got it at $9.99, but again, Robin's Nest members, you're going to get that discount. So, and then here we have the Hortensia die set. Hortensia, we'll go with that. Yeah, hydrangea. So Carol, yes, she has. Carol's got the actual sentiments. Thank you, Carol, for telling us that. And yeah, they are easy to use. And how lovely are they? They're really nice quality. And my favourites are the vellums. They're fabulous. So with Valerie, oh, that's amazing. And yes, so that's what it's called. It's the blush, Carol. Oh, hi, Carol. So hi, Carol. Oh, thank you. Bless you. Yeah, so Carol says hello and all at Highlight Crafts. So I'll pass that on for you, Carol. So moving on, we're going to have a look at the stills again. So we've got Ophelia here, and she is $9.99 and $8.99 in our club. We have got Perfect Portrait, so that's what the ones are called. And again, I can think of a lot of cat lovers that are going to love this. So $6.99 coming down to $6.29 in our Robin's Nest members. We've got the Twiglet. Now the Twiglet, again, is just amazing. I love this. $8.99, £8.09 in our Robin's Nest. And it is a Swift die, so you're not going to lose any items from that. And the actual reflections, again, it's just one pass through, cuts them out in one go, which is wonderful. Then we have our Tilly. Now, isn't she adorable? A little bit of glossy accent on her eye and on her beak, and it just brings them to life. So Tilly's actually got 4 dies. There's 2 different sizes of the actual bird. We've got $6.99 and £6.29 in our Robin's Nest Club. And then again, fundamentals. So I am going to go through the fundamentals with you on boards as well, because I just want to show you or share with you how amazing these are. You've got a lot of dies on these for what the value is just fabulous. So starting off, a little bit the tag. It really is my favourite shape die, and I'm just thrilled that we've done it. So our fundamental tag die, $22.99. So this is going from the largest. We've done these boards so you can actually physically see how many you're getting. So that is the first 4 largest ones. But look at all these. That's £20.69 as a Robin Nest member. That's phenomenal value. And on here, as you can see, again, I'm going to bring the dies in, because I just really want to share this with you because it's fabulous. Okay, so we've got all of these. We've got 25 tag dies. So it's 25 dies altogether. But they're the hearts. I'll come to those, but it's these that I want to show you. So each one of these, and I have got a demonstration. I'm going to use these little holes. I'm going to put it through so you can see what it cuts like. So we've got a circle or oval. This one is like where you see things are hung on hooks. A little slit. This one is here. So those are the ones I've just spoken about. This one here, you've got a choice of having a little tiny hole or a larger one. Okay, it depends on what ribbon that we're putting through as well, doesn't it? So if we've only got fine string, you might want to go for the smaller one. So it's either one. But then here, we've got this die that's got 3 in a row, which cuts this. And then we've got this die that's got 3 in a row that cuts this. That is then going to give us the actual stitch pieces. So you could cut it once and move it up and cut it again. So then all those memory books and things we do are amazing. So moving on, there are tags, but I just wanted to show you those because if you buy the tags, you get those dies. Now you can use those dies on all of these elements. So let me just get that. So now you can put that on all of your shapes. So you're now cutting out and being able to make books and stitch into anything. So you can then use, once you've got your tags and you've got those dies, you can use them on anything, which is wonderful. So here we have, I'm just going to make sure, octagon, okay? So we've got our octagon, again, all the way down to these teeny weeny ones. And sometimes people ask me, why do we want this? Why do we want them this tiny? Well, if you were to lay those out randomly onto a thicker cardstock or mylar or acetate, because they'll cut through all of that, especially if you pop your metal shim in, it will cut all sorts. You're creating stencils. So you can stencil through this and create tools. So then the tools that you've got are creating more tools. So again, more versatility, you're going to get more use out of everything. So our fundamental octagon, 25 dies, $22.99, $20.69 for you lovely Nest members. Then moving on again to the next set, and we have our hexagon. Again, look how many dies you're getting. It's phenomenal. Look, even down to, so we're going from really, really big to a little teeny weeny one. And again, the amount of dies you get in is wonderful. 25 dies, $22.99, $20.69 for our Nest members. Now this is the diamond, but how it's been laid out, it could be a parallelogram. And I have to say that slowly, otherwise I don't say it properly. So here we have again, fabulous, but look how many there are. It's incredible. So not only have you got a diamond, you've got a parallelogram, and also you've got bunting. Fold that in half straight away and it's bunting instantly. So again, $22.99, 22 dies, and it's $20.69 in our Robin's Nest Club. And then we've also got our fabulous hearts, and these are beautiful, and it's a nice full big heart. It's fabulous. So again, that's just wonderful. So we've got 12 dies with this one. Because of the fullness of the heart, we've gone for the shape of this, so we give you the full shape. So it's $22.99 again, $20.69 for our Nest members. So speaking of that Nest membership that everybody's saying, what is this Nest membership that you talk about? This is our Robin's Nest membership, £24, so £12, so for 12 months, so that's £2 a month. It's even less than a drink of coffee, isn't it? So we've got the benefits are, could you just scoot the little wordage to one side so I can read it? Please, Andrew, if you don't mind. So we've got 10% off of everything off of our website. So that is amazing. So any purchase on the Highlight website, free delivery on orders over £25. Now that is a really important feature because normally it's on orders over £50, okay? So that drops, so it's halved straight away. As soon as you become that Robin Nest member, your postage, your orders drop down. When you get to £25 and above, it comes down, okay? So that's free delivery. Early access to our web exclusives, which is exactly what we're doing today. Exclusive Robin Nest lanyard, which is wonderful because it's got the 2 red robins on it. We've got the pin badge. At the moment, the pin badge is Pip, the little enamelled robin, and they will change, so you'll get a collection of those. All the special offers you'll get to know about first. You get a fabulous little window sticker, and you hear about all of our workshops. Anything that's coming to first, you Nest members get to know it before anybody else, okay? So now moving on a little bit, I am going to go on to this one. So I have used my tag die. So this one, I'm going to speed up a little bit as well because I've got other things that I want to just quickly show you. So I've gone ahead, I've created my tag, okay? So I'm literally going to, because I want to show you some of the others as well. So using my tape runner, so I'm matting and layers, so I've used my tag shape, and for my tag I've actually cut 2 And this, again, just quickly, I'm making my card blank. So I've literally folded my card in half and run it through to make my card blank. And to create that card blank, all I'm going to do is just fold that back like so and score it. I would use a scoreboard, but obviously I want to get this demo so I can show you all the other lovely stuff. This is now going to mat onto here, like so. Have we got any other lovely new, what have we got? Carol. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the fundamentals to cut your sentiments out are a must as well. That's an easy one. Why didn't I not think of that? So now we're going to pop a little bit of tape. So this is where, again, like Carol is, that was very good for me to look up and read that. Well, I've used my tag again to cut my fundamentals. So on to the next chapter. So in here, I've done it onto the next chapter. That this lovely little bird has got her eggs. So using my fundamentals, whoops, like so. Do we have favourites is what I'm going to ask. Have we got favourites? How good is it that we've actually got Ophelia? I think it's fabulous that we've got her. So that is going on now. These are the twigs, and I've cut lots out because I just thought we would use lots. And then we've got, isn't she beautiful? So I've cut her out. I've cut my actual nest. So again, bringing in other items from previous. I'm just going to use my Craftmaster knife and cut into that nest like so. Okay, so cut those pips. That is then going to go on here. So I'm going to pop that nest on there. I am going to snip away like so, and then I've got these eggs. My eggs are going to nest. I'm going to use my glue. Excuse me while I just glue stick. Again, these 2 for 1, so don't forget, if you're looking for those, they're on the website, and like buy one get one free is brilliant. So we've got our eggs nested in there. Let's lift that up a little bit more so I can tuck them in. Then I have this one that I've chopped. No, I've not hurt. No harm has been done. So she can sit on the eggs like so. I did cut extras. And then we've got a little bit of decoupage. So again, so easy to snip into all of this and add in that definition, which is just wonderful. So add on that extra layer. So we've got proud parents here, haven't we? We've got sat, in fact, we've got a ladder here, which was what I was thinking. We can have him sat, well, I'll have him higher up. He's sat on the ladder, keeping a lookout, and then there's Mummy that's on her eggs. So we've got on to the next chapter, which is our sentiment. And then this is where my glue stick comes in. Look at this. It's precision. So now I'm going to build up in front of my nest. Okay. I'm going to add in some more. We've got extra, well, they're twiglets, aren't they? So these are just brilliant. So tucking things in behind. And I just think, do you know, everything's thought of for us. Oops, got them all tangled. So like I say, the actual glue sticks, buy one, get one free. So I'm just layering them up, intertwining them, offsetting them against each other. So it's almost like we, you know, tuck them in behind each other as well. And so it's so easy and really quick to build that scene. And one thing that I think I love about our 2 red robins is that these are things that we see in our own gardens. So there we have our lovely mummy and daddy with the nest in the garden with those twiglets and a sentiment, and using our fabulous new tag shaped dies, which is wonderful. Okay, we got anybody? Oh, Carol, bless you, just ordered her Oswald to go with her Ophelia. Brilliant. So that's that one. Have we got time for another one, Andrew, or are we just going to... Yep, we have. So on this one again, I've got to go with her. She is adorable. So very quickly, so we have our Ophelia, and this time I've used our hydrangea, but I've also got our sentiment as before. So before I do anything and lose my sentiment, because that is very, again, using my nested shapes. And this is why I love our fundamentals, because just like that, one, my sentiment is done in one go straight away, and two, it's a perfect matte layer, which is fabulous. And then again, with Ophelia, isn't she incredible? But on this one, I've actually cut out a matte layer as well. So, and this is how quick it is to do these. So I'm going to snip away the straw first, and then snip away again, just on that. So when I decoupage this up, I want her the absolute focal point of my card, okay? So first of all, and I need her base, I need her stand. She is going to go onto the matte layer. That is going to fit in here. Look how fabulous she is. So now I've just used her on her own on this one, but also I've brought in the hydrangea. So then next layer on, and how quick and easy is it to do the mats and layers? And like I've said, it's all down to the design, the snip, all that we're able to, you know, just snip into those pips. It's brilliant. And how fabulous is this artwork? It's just, you can see it, can't you? Especially when you know, I can actually see this lovely little scarecrow. So what I've done is I've made my card blank. I've made a matte layer out of black, which is going to sit on like so. I've created myself a vellum wrap around another piece of card, like so. That is then going to go on to my card blank, and that is then all about building up my topper and using our fabulous Ophelia. So with previous packs, we did these beautiful vellums, and I'm sure our robins nesters have actually, look at that. That is just typical that it would be where you would find Ophelia. And then I've brought in my extra dies that I can use again with building up that scene, telling that story. So I've got a super fence that's really rickety and it's broken and worn out. Okay, so I'm setting the scene for Ophelia like so. Now I can actually add Ophelia's stand. And again, because this is separate, I think that is so clever because it's giving us, again, something else to go with it. So pop Ophelia's stand, and we can have it that it's crooked. This is then us letting it be jaunty and having that angle. Then, again, because I've popped that on, now I've matte and layered her onto her actual matte layer. When I place her on my card, I'm going to tuck her in behind one of the fence posts and have her skew with, like so. And doesn't that just bring her to life? It's just wonderful. Then Ophelia, I'm sorry, she's got to have one of her little cats with her. We got anybody else? Please say hello if you're out there. That is wonderful. We love it when you interact and put your comments on there. So I'm going to have my little cat sat on the fence. But look at this. Look how amazing this hydrangea is. It is fabulous. So now for this one, I am going to go in with my glue gel. I'm going to tuck that in because again, that's one of the fabulous things about our two red robins is that we have got that versatility. Okay, so again, because I'm going to add it on and tuck it in. So the little cat is just sat behind the hydrangeas. I can add in more height. They're not necessarily the decoupage, but there's no reason why you wouldn't, or we can tuck it in that I've got more hydrangea at the top. And then I'm going to bring in a little bit from down here and tuck that in. And aren't the colours just fantastic? And then finally, just a little bit on there like so. And then our sentiment from that sentiment pack. She really is one in a million, isn't she? Just delightful. I just adore her. She is fantastic. Okay, how fabulous is that? Isn't she marvellous? So just watching from Spain. Oh no, we've got some newcomers. Patricia, hi Patricia. Oh gosh, I've got somebody else's teeth today. I know I have. Mary, Dawn, hi Dawn. Oh, she's been, oh, that's lovely. You've been crafting along with me and ordered our exclusives. Fabulous. Remember, when you do get your exclusives, when you've made your projects, post them in. We want to see what you're making because we get just as excited about seeing what you created. Okay. Oh, look, look, that's Spanish. That is there. I can't say that, but that is Spanish. So we've ended up with all of this. This is our website, our exclusive. So Ophelia, starting with Ophelia. So we have, she is 3 dies, okay, and it's £9.99. £8.99 in our Robin's Nest membership. Okay, so remember, if you're not a Robin's Nest member, pop that in your basket first and then check out on everything else because you're an instant member. You don't have to wait for a code or something to come through. It's instantaneous. As soon as you've purchased your membership, you're a member straight away, no waiting. So that's our Ophelia. Perfect portraits, again, wonderful. Several different shapes, all in different poses, but it's the sizes that matter because you're going to be able to get that perspective in our projects. $6.99, $6.29 for our Nest members. Twiglet, which is such a fabulous name, and we all know a twiglet, don't we? Or a piglet. So then this is 1 die, and again, just quickly, very, very quickly, that is the twiglet, okay? So I just want to lay these out, okay? So the twiglet is a swift. So it's just 1 piece. So all these little pieces aren't coming separate and you're going to lose them. It's fabulous. So that is the twiglet. And that is 1 die, £8.99, £8.09 in our Robin's Nest members. Moving on to Tilly. Oh, how adorable is she? And again, we've got 2 different size dies, adding and creating those projects and perspective. $6.99 and $6.29 for our fabulous Robin's Nest members. Then our fundamentals. So we've got our tag. And again, I think the tag is so useful. It's going to be one of those things that you're going to go to again and again. Also with those extra cuts, those little rings, so you can actually add those onto all your other fundamentals, which are fabulous. $22.99 and $20.69 in our Robin's Nest. Fundamental octagon, 25 dies in this one. $22.99, $20.69 is our Nest members. Fundamental hexagon, so $22.99, $20.69, and again 25 dies in this one. Fundamental heart, 12 dies, $22.99 and $20.69. But again, we've gone with that really full shaped heart. And then our diamonds, or our parallelogram, which is 22 dies, 22.99 and 20.69 for our robin's nest. Now, these are fantastic. So again, robin's nest membership, I just really want to go over that again because it's just where you're going to make the biggest savings. So it's £24 for 12 months membership. Okay, the benefits include 10% off all the purchases across our website, including the special offers. Okay, you're going to get free delivery on orders over £25. Now that is really, really good, because if you're not a Robin's Nest member, you only get free delivery on orders over £50. So that slashes it by half. So again, amazing. Exclusives, like we've got this. So we've got early access to our web exclusives and never been seen before items. We've got our Robin's Nest lanyard. Now, just an important thing to say about the lanyard, as and when, we've got Crafting Live, haven't we? That's coming up very soon. So if you come to see us at any of our Crafting Live in the actual upcoming months, where you get your lanyard, come and visit us on the stand, because we can't wait to meet you all and see you all. And that then means you get 10% off of the stand as well if you've got your lanyard on you, because so that is really, really important. Then obviously we've got our pin badge. At the moment, it's a beautiful little enamelled pip, but they will change. So again, moving forward, you're going to get a whole lanyard full of little pin badges, window sticker. First to know about our special offers and hear about all of our workshops and retreats. And you'll get a fabulous pack that you can see on the screen, and it goes through all the details, everything that's available to you as well, which is wonderful. So if you pop that in your basket first, if you're not already a Robin's Nest member, that is going to get all of those benefits straight away. So we have all of our web exclusives. So we've got 4 web exclusives, remember, and the fundamentals on there. Don't forget, we've got the 2-for-1 on the Craftmaster lovely glue applicators, which is wonderful. We've got the Craftmaster wallets on there. We've got the printable acetate. So there's so much on there for you to work with and create your projects. So I just want to go through again one last time what we've actually created. So remember, right at the very beginning, which only seems like 2 minutes ago, and we've already gone to, it's like, whoosh, gone, time flies. There's a time thief. I know there is on Teleland. So we've got Oswald and Ophelia, and also we've got the little cats down here, and we've got the little birdies and the rose bush. Then we made our next one with the tags. So using our fundamentals as the foundation dies, so as the actual card blanks. Again, we worked with a little bird and the Twiglets. We've got the Twiglets down there as well. And then we worked with Ophelia on her own. And she's then got the actual hydrangea. So I don't know. There we go. Oh, there we go. So 3 very different cards, but just the web exclusive this time are incredible. I love them. So I want to say a great big thank you for all of you that's joined me. It's been fabulous. I really love hearing from you and joining in. And so I just want to say, Patricia, what does Patricia say? That she's got robins in her garden, and so you're into your 2nd year membership. Well, that's wonderful. Oh, she's going on for a 2nd year. I think I'm nearly due for a 2nd year membership. Sorry, put glasses on. Oh, thank you, Nikki. That's wonderful. Yeah, I really do appreciate you all joining me on the web exclusives. See you at Doncaster. That's wonderful, Marion. Yeah, come and see us. We want to see you and get you, so we get to meet you, know you all. So that is fabulous. Thank you so much again for joining us with the web exclusives, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.